the borders. Is something like that going to happen?
Okay.
And I said lastly, there appears to be a pick and choose of a sort where the NDC certain issues which they feel is worthy of note. There's some concern that have come that earlier when there were secession comments and all of that, it appeared there wasn't much noise being made by the opposition. What is government's response to this attitude?
Just deal with two matters and then I invite you to tackle all that. I think we need to be clear about something. When government wants to put out a position, there are a number of government functionaries who put out government position. His Excellency the President himself may speak. These are matters of military deployment, so either the defense minister or his deputies will put it up, or the Ministry of Information may put it up for government. Additionally, you have, let's say, the press secretary at the office of the president who may put it out. These are the categories of government spokespersons. I think we have to be very, very careful also in, for example, hearing from a member of parliament who is not a member of government expressing his suspicions about what he guesses is the reason for a particular exercise. And again, I refer you to the full tape where he starts off by saying, I guess. We have to be clear to distinguish that from government position. The Interior Minister has spoken, the Regional Minister has spoken, the Defense Minister has also spoken. I've seen articles, for example, from some of our colleagues that say that collusion in government over deployment. And then what do is that they juxtapose the Honorable K.T. Hammond, and if you read that, it says that he's a member of the ruling party, but that's not a government position. So please, let's do this in a very clearly distinguished manner. The man in charge of the option is explaining when it started, how many men have gone where, and various rationalizations, and you have an opportunity to interact with him. I don't think that we do ourselves a service when we now decide to make K.T. Hammond's words the government position. Now, I think we can only say it's interesting. To your question about what does government have to say about this, about of a pick and choose attitude, where there are some things you see the minority pretend they haven't seen it, where there are some things, then they have a full-blown press conference. And like you mentioned, the issue of secessionist, I don't remember, did the minority do a full-blown press conference on it? I'm not sure they did. But in this instance, you would notice how the temperatures are being stoked up. We only find it interesting. We believe that the people of now will see it for what it is. That will be our only comment. Honorable Minister, please join us.
Thank you much. Thank you. Kojo, thank you very much. It is true that in terms of absolute numbers, sorry, my mask is on my chin. I want the people of Ghana to hear me clearly. It is true that in terms of absolute numbers, Togo may have recorded fewer cases than Ghana. But what is also true is that Ghana has tested over 280 something cases in terms of tests with the numbers that we have. And Togo has done less than 50,000 tests. It is also true that people who have crossed into Ghana, anytime we arrest them, the rate of infection as against the numbers is about 30%. Sometimes 15%, sometimes up to as much as 30%. But it's never less than 15%. In fact, even the returnees from Kuwait, when we did, it was about 15%. The least we have always had with travelers or people who have come into the country is 10%. But Ghana, the infection rate 3.5%, sometimes lower than 3.5. So we are concerned about people coming into this country. It is the duty of Togo government to protect their people. It's our duty to protect Ghana. What we are saying is that whether Togolese are free from the virus or not free, we will not allow them into Ghana because our borders are closed. Whether the Ivorians are free from the virus or not, we will not allow Ivorians into our country because our borders are closed. Whether the Burkinabes are free or not, we will not allow them into our country because our borders are closed. That's all we have said. Go to them if they have fewer numbers. But as far as we are concerned, our borders are closed. And they were using approved routes to come into our country. And any time we get them, we see huge numbers. We don't know what they are doing. But we will not allow our people to die because we have opened our borders for people to come in through unapproved routes. When you ask the military to deploy on the from 18th and 19th, they deploy in barges. In fact, even this morning, the commander of 6BN was briefing troops as they were moving to their places. So it is not strange if you say that the people have deployed to Elubu. I've just given you the official figures at every place. What I rather thought you should be asking is that why is it that the NDC is saying that nobody is being deployed at the western border? Which is not true. Which you have confirmed that is not true. You have just confirmed to all the people of Ghana today that they peddled a lie. It's not true. We have deployed at the west, at east, and at the north, and even at the south. What we are doing is to make the people of Ghana safe by blocking off all the unapproved routes. And as long as our borders are closed, it is our duty as a government to ensure that Ghanaians are safe. And that is what we'll continue to do. As for the 24-hour, which one is the 24? Oh, I think that, first of all, they did not even get their facts right. They assumed that we deployed only Volta region, or specifically Aflao only. I believe that if they are watching this press conference, they will revise their notes. And they should be bowing their heads in shame. Because they lied to the people of Ghana. As we have all been told now, the numbers in Volta region are some of the lowest. In fact, Aflao has some of the lowest. But what's 45? More than 45 soldiers? Aflao has about 16. So, when you are giving ultimatum, are you giving ultimatum to those in northeast to also withdraw? Those in north region to withdraw? Those are you speaking for those people as well? What about upper west? So they should withdraw as well. When Tumu people are happy that the soldiers are there. When Boku people are happy the soldiers are there. And they have been there for a year and a half. It's not like yesterday. When Paga people have been with these soldiers for a year and a half and they haven't complained. Please, like I said, the soldiers and men, the officers and men of the Ghana Armed Forces are to protect all of us. In fact, to be irresponsible for any government, it doesn't matter which government, it will be there and fold their hands and the people of Ghana will die because of COVID. It was another government other than MPP. It would have been the rightful thing for them to have done what we are doing. When they get intelligence and real facts that people keep coming in. Even under lockdown, 5,000 people were arrested. More than 5,000 people were arrested. And now they are coming in more. Togo has opened their international airlines, so people come in. What we have said is that if you choose to travel to Togo, you can sneak into Ghana. We have deployed soldiers, police, DNI, and GRA along the borders. Don't come in. If you come in, go to the embassy, register yourself, come and quarantine yourself for 14 days, and Ghanaians have no problem with you. But to sneak in and bring a disease into Ghana is the duty of government to stop them. I rather thought you were going to ask more questions because hardly we have the defense minister organizing press conferences. But since we've chosen to, I want to thank you, thank the people of Ghana through you, and I want to say God bless you all. Thank you.
Honourable Minister, thank you. Let me also commend you for the speedy response with which you have attended upon our invitation today to help us deal with these matters. Colleagues, as I mentioned, our regular briefings are Tuesdays and Thursdays. But when there are matters that come up that we are of the view must be responded to within that same news cycle, we'll do well to invite you. And we're also grateful to you that you do well attend these invitations when we put them out. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9:30 for the regular COVID briefing. Thank you.